Hey y'all, hey, we are back for another review of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. I think it's on BET. I don't really know. So let's just jump right into it. We are at season 3, episode 4. Brian is just sitting there with his mouth on the floor, just in disbelief that the sheriff is working for the Rackaduchis. Um, Told him he should have minded his business. The sheriff kept trying to duck and dodge you, and you wanted to, be in depth in the situation. You wanted to be involved, so now you're involved. So now you're about to damn die if you don't figure out a plan. So the sheriff told him, you need to be careful. He's FBI, and now Daikon is upset. Like, why didn't you give me this information up front? Like, I should have known that. And the sheriff tells him, like, no, you have a bigger problem. You have an FBI agent in your camp, and you need to find out who that is. And as a matter of fact, I'm done. I did not sign up for it to be this complex, and it's gonna cost you more money. But at this point, the money ain't even worth it. So y'all get out of my town and just wrap the shit up. Just wrap it up because it ain't worth it, bro. So now Daikon is they in a pissing match. Blah 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 blah. Who gives a damn? All right. So he thought Brian would lead him to the FBI informant in the camp, but he never did. So now that's Daikon's job because again the sheriff has washed his hands. He don't want shit to do with it. All right. So the sheriff has gone as far as rerouting Brian's calls to the FBI, so he never got any of them. The 3 or 4 calls that he's made to his FBI appointed contact, the sheriff has erased them, and he's out there on his own. I don't even know if they probably know where he's at, but they're not gonna get communication from him. Which, I mean, if you're in the FBI and you're undercover, you're probably not going to be checking in weekly anyway. So who knows how long before they come send in the cavalry to come find Brian, if at all. And I say that because I remember when Andrew went MIA because he got real involved in the Rakadushi bullshit, that they never sent anybody. They just had to be on pause in a way his communication because they don't want to blow his cover and get his head chopped off, pretty much. All right, so the soldier, one of the soldiers come walking up to Daikon and tells him about the gunshots that they heard on the inside, and they need to send the sheriff in to get him out of there because something's going terribly wrong, and they don't want to go in there. And they also need the sheriff to go in there because the girls are under the impression that the sheriff is not working with them, and so it'll be an easy way to retrieve them from out of there. Meantime, in the farmhouse, Paula is fading. Paula has lost a lot of blood. Paula needs medical attention right now, and they don't know what to do. They done spent 11 fucking hours sitting in there. Calm down, girl. They done spent 11 hours in there looking at the door, looking at the dead body, crying, and wondering what to do instead of actually doing something. So Paula is about to bleed out on the floor. So now they got to make a run for it and get her to the hospital. And they have this plan to shoot it out and then just go to the car. Like Paula's gonna shoot at them and Lake's gonna get the car or whatever the harebrained fucking plan is at this point, which may or may not work. Who knows? So the sheriff is at the door calling for the old couple, and Lacey comes up with an alternate plan on the spot. Like, hey, I'm gonna risk myself and I'm gonna go back because I'm the one that got us into this. I killed the couple. You need to hide, and I'll tell them that you ran away until the coast is clear. You get in the truck and you go get help. Honorable plan. Unnecessary. If you had not shot them goddamn old people, all you had to do was tie them up. You didn't have to kill them, but we're here now. Sheriff comes in and sees the scene. She thought she was just gonna go to jail. She had resolved herself to the fact, like, even in prison for having killed these 2 people, I'm away from the Rakadushis. So she was ready to go to jail because at least I don't have to go back to this fucking camp. But guess what? The sheriff hands her right over to Daikon. Now you got to go back. Now you got to go back killing these people. You did nothing. You did all that running all damn day for no reason. Anyway, the sheriff's worried about how he's going to have to spend this, how he's going to explain that they were good people. It's going to cost Daikon even more money. And like I said earlier, now he wants them out of town. He's done with them. They have a big pissing match about each other. They know too much about each other. The sheriff is not backing down because what you have to realize, Daikon, is he's the sheriff. It's going to be your word against his, so fuck you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna write your congressman? He's the sheriff. It's gonna be his word against yours. It's I tried to run them out. Their people killed these nice people. It's gonna be all in y'all lap. So now y'all gotta make a game time decision. Unfortunate, but that's what happens when you get those kind of people involved, I guess. All right. Andrew pulls up to the house at that moment and realizes that the sheriff just drove off because the sheriff is with them and nothing has happened. Um, they bring Brian over to Andrew and ask him, do he know him? Does he know? He asks Brian, does he know Andrew? Or asks Andrew, does he know Brian? And he says no. Now that kind of suspicious of Andrew again, um, because somebody that again there's FBI agent involved and we're trying to find out who he is. Anybody could be that person at this point. Um, Paula stumbled after all that clears and everybody goes back to the camp to get everything hashed out. Paula stumbles out and she stumbles to the truck and she drives off. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a little celebration in my spirit because I was like, okay, at least two people have gotten away from these crazy motherfuckers. I think Tally made a clean sweep. Tally might be gone. And now Paula she made it out. So we got two people that's made it out. Hopefully a few more once Ruth gets her plan into play. And we'll get into that a little later. But after she gets that plan in place, hopefully we can get a whole lot more people out of here without mass suicide. That's just the goal at this point. For me anyway. All right. So Ruth gets the highest dirty dishes out of his room and she tells her to send River to him to have a talk to him. And she assures him that River is trustworthy in whatever this new position is that he's going to be in, based on this prophecy, which is basically Ruth's plan that she implanted in his dumbass head when he was freaking out. So Ruth runs into Elder Mother in the kitchen and notices that something in the food don't smell right. Something in the Heist's food is giving off an odor. I don't know how he didn't notice and she did, but she wants to know what you put in that man's food, and she threatens to go tell him. And it's an upper. If you don't know what an upper is, that's gonna be your homework. That's not my business to tell you. She's giving him Valium and D3. I don't know what D3 is. I ain't bother looking it up. But basically, she's drugging the Heist because when he's upset, she does that to kind of bring him back down, just to keep him from making everybody drink the Kool-Aid. He has no idea, and Ruth tells her, don't do it again, or I'm going to have to let him know. Point blank and period. Don't keep drugging this man. I'm sure Ruth has a deeper motive for telling her not to do so, but that's the plan right now. That's the instruction. Don't give him no more Valium, or you're going to get your head chopped off. I'm going to tell him to kill you. Pretty much. All right. She tells River about the Heist wanting to see him, and she tells him to go ahead and tell the Heist about the key before Daikon does. Because we know if Daikon gives the Heist the information, you're probably gonna get your head chopped off with this sword. Like the fake Daikon almost got to live. So and it doesn't make sense to him, but it does make sense to me, because if you know that trouble is impeding, trouble is on the way, maybe it'll lessen the blow. I'm assuming, like, maybe it's damage control that Ruth is trying to get him to do. Like, if you tell him, it'll be better received coming from you as opposed to coming from Daikon. Because when news comes from Daikon, actions happen. Like, people die. So maybe you should tell him yourself, since you're his little boy toy. You know, you might get a couple extra slaps. You might get put back in the freezer for a little. I don't know, whatever the punishment will be, but it'll be less severe if he doesn't find out from Daikon. This is just what I'm assuming Ruth's line of thinking is at this point. So, Elder Mother Marva and another Elder Mother are chatting, waiting on the Heist to come get a prophecy, and she tells Marva about Elder Agnes being killed in the punishment trailer by Lacey and Paula. And that's, in my opinion, that's how they phased out the Elder Mother that died in real life. I think that's the Elder Mother that Paula and Lacey killed. So, you know, they phased her out in a dignified way. I'm saying that's how they phased her out of the show, because she was one of the main characters, in my opinion. So, the other mother reminds Elder Mother Marva that they're older and that they have to be careful how they interact with these young troops in the camp, so that they don't end up like Marva. So they don't end up like Agnes. Child, Elder Mother is unmoved. She has her Caribbean attitude. I'm just gonna assume she's from the Caribbean. She has her little attitude. She's sucking her teeth and she don't care. But what you need to realize, Elder Mother, is she's correct. Like I said, you can't tussle with nobody. You can't walk unassisted. being in conflict ain't in your best interest, baby girl. And then once this prophecy is fulfilled, you're gonna realize even more why you should be paying attention to what she's saying, because you're about to lose your position of power. So you need to relax. You need to try to butter some of these people up to be in your corner, because if anything go wrong, you're on your own. I don't know if you care about that, but you shall be. All right. So River gets to the house and he's in a great mood and asks him to help him get dressed. Whatever. Joan and Ruth meet up. And again, something in Joan's confidence tends to shift with the wind. Like one moment she has her head down and she's very demure and docile and wants to know the ways of Ruth and how she, how she can command these people around her to do whatever she wants. And then the second she don't get her answer, she turns threatening, like, oh well, I don't care anyway. Like, it's just weird. Like, it's giving bipolar. It's very weird. She got some sort of personality disorder. No shade, no tea. But anyway, she tries to play Ruth, but what she don't know is Ruth is a street bitch. Ruth knows somebody trying to play with her, and so here comes Joan. Oh, River told me about you and the highest, having sex or whatever. Like, why do you think that's good information? River told me about you in the height, River told me about you in the highest, and Ruth was like, girl, I know you lying. River didn't tell you shit. River didn't tell you nothing about me in the highest, because it never happened. Even if it did, it never happened. I'm not telling you. So now I don't trust you again, because you're sitting there lying to my face, trying to get information, basically. So Ruth saw right through that and squares right up with Joan, and basically shifts again, like, listen, I'm literally the right hand man at this point. I'm higher than Daikon. So what you need to do is do what I say, and not what I do. Okay? So find you somebody to play with and go about your business. That's basically what that was when Joan tried to hold some information over her head that she never got. All right, so elder mother, there's not Marva. There's another elder mother that watches over the children. She's catching Ruth sneaking around the tent. Around a trailer that has kids housed in it. And on this trailer, there is a lock on the outside of the door that this elder mother has the key to, that's going to keep those kids locked in there. And so, I know, I'm thinking like you, Ruth. I understand. Ruth has found out where these kids are being housed. And so when her plan comes into fruition, she'll know, where to go, because she probably could have been left. Ruth is a bad bitch. She probably could have been gone. But she's not leaving without her child. She's not like Tally. She's not going to leave her daughter there under no circumstances. So she knows where they are. She knows who has the key. That's all she really needs to know. Just wait and watch it come into fruition. So the lady tells her, I'm going to tell the highest, if I see you come back around here, you don't need to be around here. But she still gave Ruth all the information she needs. Lets her know, and Ruth says, what if fire breaks out? Y'all got them kids locked in there. Oh, the raccoon won't, let anything happen to the kids. They're pure, blah, 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 bullshit, whatever. She never wants to see Ruth back around that trailer again, because she has no business over there, or she's going to tell the elder mother. In about 10 minutes after this prophecy comes to pass, girl, it won't matter, because elder mother will not be in her position of power. Ruth will be the pending wife for the highest. I'm jumping ahead on that a little bit. But it won't matter. Like, y'all threatening to tell on Ruth, and Ruth was about to be the legit HBIC. So y'all can just cancel all that. I'm gonna tell the highest, because it won't matter. Just wait till the prophecy is given to you, motherfuckers. All right. So the highest is dressed and the phone is ringing. It's Andrew. And Andrew tells him that they have Lacey and Oliver, but not Tally and Paula. And he tells him, good enough for now. Just come on back so we can get the prophecy done. Ruth runs into River. I don't know why that's important. I don't think I took notes on that. Anyway, the four-wheeler crew is back and the gate is closed because the house has a prophecy. I'm assuming the procedure is, when they're about to give a prophecy, you lock all the gates, you shut everything down, you get everybody to the town square so we can give this information out. Daikon is upset because he didn't wait for me. He normally waits for me to get back before he starts his prophecies. No, Daikon. The power dynamics have shifted. Ruth is now, I hate to keep saying it, but she's now the HBIC. Ruth done made the call, and the call has been made. So y'all just need to catch up and get what you need to hear. All right. So we're finally at this prophecy we've been hearing about for a few episodes. And we're getting this word from the Raku. He addresses the ones that are still left, that have not run away. They're giving him highest praise. We're never going to leave you. Blah, blah, blah. Who gives a damn? So he calls the elder mother up for her prophecy, and her prophecy is that she is no longer the elder mother, and she's fragile. So she, oh my God, you're putting me out where I don't know where to go. And he's like, just chill, mama. Let me tell you, you're not elder mother because you're going to be the supreme mother now. And she's like, okay, well, what? She's outdone. She's just, overjoyed with emotion. But she's like, so what I gotta do? What do you do as a supreme mother? And he tells her, you don't have to work as hard. You don't have to work in the kitchen. You don't have to do as much. It's time for the younger ones to step up. So you've been reduced to only cooking for the highest. So her only job in the camp went from cooking for everybody at all times, which is an important role. People got to eat. Now she's his personal chef. So she's just reduced to just sitting in the kitchen in his tent, I keep calling them tents, in his trailer, and that's it. That's all. Reduced in power by way of making it seem like we're lightening your load because you're old. So check. Somebody's gonna take that spot. Ruth, your plan is coming into play. So now they must leave, and then he tells them, they also have to leave and go to another location. Everybody's freaking out because they thought the location meant with the Raku, and he's like, no, not yet. We ain't got to drink the Kool-Aid yet. Just another physical location. Like, we're gonna find more land, make y'all trailers better. I'm gonna do better by you. I'm gonna do all that. All right, so Oliver and Lacey are, in the meantime, Oliver and Lacey are over in the punishment trailer, and they've resigned themselves to the fact, like, all right, this is where we're at. We're stuck here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to die. Brian is in there too, so he introduces himself to them, and, he's talking and realizes, like, this isn't the trailer that I saw when I came with the sheriff. And he was like, yeah, they cleaned it up before you were here. Duh. And, so now they have their will to fight. As far as Oliver and Lacey, their will to fight has kind of been crushed, and Brian is still planning his escape. Let's know that I have a knife in my shoe. Y'all help me. Oliver's just like, nah, we don't need to do that. And Lacey's like, no, this is our only shot. I'm helping him, so you can do what you want to do, but I'm gonna help him get up out of here. He's the FBI. I ain't about to stay here and die with this man. It's time to go. So now those three are on another escape plan. And if it were me, I'd also be on another escape plan. And another, and a sister and a brother. Because if you don't think I'm about to keep trying to escape, you have life fucked up. Lacey done escaped or been out of the camp a lot of times. Girl, don't ever stop fighting. Oliver, you can stay or you can go. Whatever it is that you want to do, I'm getting the hell on through. I'm getting out of here. That's how I feel about it. All right. So the third and final prophecy is Ruth's prophecy. The Raku has told the heist that he needs to take a wife. She's been clean from her past of being a prostitute or whatever her indiscretions are. He has cleansed her, and she is now worthy. She is going to be his wife. And you just hear the audible gasps and faints and everything else in the audience. And Daikon is unsettled in his spirit. He is looking like this bitch. This bitch has the ultimate protection. Like, he wants to kill Ruth. He don't like her like that no more. And you can't kill the heist's wife. So what you gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do, but good luck with that. So Ruth's plan is finally coming into place. She's getting her, her people set up where she needs them to be, and I think it's for her great escape. Now I don't know if it's gonna be executed before they move to another location or what. I don't have the foresight for that. But yeah, Ruth is letting the motherfuckers know, like, I'm here to shut shit down, get my child, and get out. Pretty much. So we'll see what happens in episode 5. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you feel like doing. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.